The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. They're on 22-yard line.
Go. Ready? Shoot. Man 5-7.
Come on. Move. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Wentz now on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marquise Goodwin, 78 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Check 31. Check 31. No.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. He'll have a first down past the 40. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, 75 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Wentz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Check 26, check 26.
Watch safety. All right. Safety's creeping. Hey, check 26. Flip again.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Here we go, here we go. Check back. We got chip over here. There's overload. 87's mine. I got 87.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
On 1st down, Wentz eluding the pressure right. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
A big run there by Jones. 43 yards.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Check 4. Watch the edge. Right.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Silver. Mike, 53.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Let's go.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played the responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down.
We got 4.
Box it, box it, box it, box it. Yeah, Liz.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here we go. 280. All day, dog. 57.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And it's a fumble. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And with the snow here, maybe asking too much of the kicker to try a field goal. So instead, offense on the field, they'll go for it on 4th down. try and run with a fullback Johnson. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
All right, D, let's go. All right, D. Check 30. Count. Check 3. D. Flex.
Throwing is Rodgers. That's complete right side to Gabriel. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz.
Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams. 41 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now this throw caught left side, and he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll run. It's Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Mike 42. 82.
Throwing now is Wentz. Flush to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 30, the 20, 10, and into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
Loco over here.
Mike 53.
That's right. Kill. Get Mike. 53 to Mike. 53 to Mike.
Rodgers now on first down.
Push it back.
Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
No.
Running right, Jones. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Get 300. Get 300. Hey, orbit.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Here's Jones. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal.
Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. It's their quarterback. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Sanders. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
52 yards. First down, Eagles. 58 to Mike, 58.
There's 5 seconds. 58 to Mike.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
First down, Philadelphia.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now a carry for Sanders. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On play action, it's Wentz. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The first defensive back taken in this year's draft, Darnell Savage there to knock that one away.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Man open, it's Goodwin. That'll put him north of 100 yards receiving now in this divisional round game. It's a first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Another run here with Sanders. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it winds us down to the end of the 3rd quarter.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Elliott puts this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. Now, I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop?
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Packers. Taylor Gabriel, 66 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
We got this. At their own 28-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Side.
Watch the ship.
Protein spill.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check, 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 check. Showing it. Showing it.
SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS.
What? Yeah, live. Inside.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Taylor Gabriel, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Next to score is 45. Eagles 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Wentz. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Play action. Now Wentz. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Mike, challenge. Don't let challenge.
Check 15, check 15. Hatchet. Begin.
Now Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Hey, Charlie.
To throw is Rodgers. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Extra point try now for Crosby. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football.
That's our ball. Every time. Keep putting that ball on the ground. That's our ball.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons we like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Check 53's Mike.
Rodgers throwing here. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Mills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They'll run with Sanders.
Oftentimes we play as an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Sanders. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
All day, every day.
They'll run for it with Hines. Space to maneuver at the 40. Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side. And now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offense.